issue.
Sportscast, October 15th, 2019. If you haven't yet, please subscribe in all our channels, YouTube, Periscope, and iTunes. And if you're in iTunes, please leave a rating and a review. It will help us out in the ratings and will move us up in the category. And also visit us on thesportscast.net for the latest news in sports, in the world of sports. This episode is brought to you by InstaBible. Read your Bible on your iPhone. Make a picture and share it to the world.
Awesome.
The NFL, a couple of storylines happening, but we got Victor Arocho live from Brickell. Welcome to the Sportscast.
Live from the cigar bar Monte Cristo.
And Brickell,
live in Brickell, live from Miami, baby.
I was going to make myself a correction. People don't know what Brickell is in Miami, and I am actually about 40 minutes north of Miami, so we're not too far, but
I was with a client. He bought me a cigar, a drink, and, it's 6 o'clock. So it's full time. I'm watching my Yankees, but they got to win here. So let's get it on, baby.
Yeah, that's right. The Yankees are tied in the series 1-1. Game 3 is tonight. I think it's happening right now.
It's now.
It's right now, live.
There was a delay. They're down 2-0.
They're down 2-0. They're playing in Yankee Stadium in New York City.
Let's get to NFL first, because that's where our show is. But then we're coming to.
Yeah,
we're talking about the NBA.
Yes, a lot of going on in the NBA, which I don't want to talk about, but it is what it is. NFL, this past weekend, of course, the Giants lost against the Patriots. Let's cover that. Obviously, the Patriots exposed the Giants of who they really are. What were your thoughts?
Nah, they didn't expose anything. They did pretty well. You got the best defense. I mean, in the Patriots, like I said, right? And I thought, Jones had held his own. I thought the offense did well. But, at the end of the day, I don't know how many times you want me to tell you, it's about the D, baby. But we're still in it. Dallas lost. We're a game behind.
I know.
Philadelphia lost. I try to tell you, this is the NFC East. Don't confuse the NFC East.
When was the last time a team has dominated the NFC East?
When was the last time a team dominated?
Yeah.
The only time I could remember when they dominated was probably the Redskins with like John Riggins and Doug Williams and Mark Rippon. I think that was the only time the Redskins. That's when they were at the Super Bowl back-to-back. They won one and they lost to the Raiders.
Yeah, that was the last time. But like you were saying, like we were saying, the NFC East is the toughest, but you don't see one team, running the floor.
No, you're always in it. You're always in it in the NFC East. At least 3 of the 4 teams are usually have a shot in it.
But of course, looking back at the Patriots game was Thursday, which feels like a week ago. The Patriots are playing easy teams. I mean, yes, they're 5-0 or 6-0, whatever, but they're playing easy teams.
Hey, listen to me. You don't pick your schedule, right? That's what I was taught. So you play who's in front of you. So, it is what it is. People have made a comment, says, how can the Super Bowl champs have such an easy schedule? Well, it is what it is. You still got to win. I mean, there's upsets every week. Yes?
There's upsets like, for example, I can't say Houston was an upset
Minnesota
to Kansas City.
And Philadelphia.
That too.
They rocked. They threw it. He put up points.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look, the Rams were expected to do a lot better. The Browns were expected to do a lot better. And they're getting beat up. So at any given day, right? But think about it. How good was it for the Patriots to go 17-0 and lose to my Giants? Does it really matter then?
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do in the season. Yeah, it matters to make it to the playoffs. But the playoffs, you start over.
That's right, babe. But you want momentum. You got to be winning going into the playoffs, in my opinion. You don't want to go in there and lose.
Yeah,
I told you before, the Giants are a second-half team. And, I'm not saying they're Super Bowl contenders or anything, but it's to give that young kid some experience, get a little deeper into the series, into the game, I think is important.
Yeah, it is. The score of last week was 34-14. 35-14. The Giants play. Who do they play next? They play the Cardinals. We'll
They'll
see.
win that game.
You think so?
Oh, for sure.
Kyler Murray, will have a little bit easier because the Giants' defense isn't that good.
That's the. I mean, like I said, I can't imagine there's any Giant fan listening out there or anybody that's gonna deny the fact that the defense, it's just Justin Tuck was online talking about it. Just at the end of the day, you know,
Justin
you gotta
Tuck.
play. You gotta play defense. He's like, I can't put on a jersey and go play.
Looks like Barkley
So,
will be back this weekend.
well, I'm telling you, he's gonna light it up. You got Barkley. It's gonna be like kind of it's gonna take a transition for Barkley and Jones to get connected, and they're still missing a couple of receivers.
Yeah. Something that
So
I believe Ingram is still out.
yep.
He's your
So,
guy. He's your man.
My man is
Barkley. Saquon Barkley.
That's
Not
my
Daniel
man.
Jones. He's not your man yet.
Now Daniel Jones I'm okay with him now, bro. Listen to me. I'm done. I said my piece, and right now he's my guy. I'm eating crow. I said I could eat crow every week if I have to, but at the end of the day, he's playing good ball. He's throwing some good balls. Some of those receivers missed a few balls. So but he's a smart player and he's doing well. He got the deep ball. He can run. I mean, that game was tight early.
It's always tight early.
The game against the Patriots, they didn't score their points until the second half.
Now, Golden Tate had a good game.
Yeah. So, it takes time, but it's promising where we're headed, right?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, the NFC East is still open for the Giants. Now knowing that Dallas lost, Dallas is 3-3. What's up with Dallas? I mean, losing against the Jets that are not, bad, but they're not great. But they got Sam Darnold back. What'd you think about that game?
Well, remember a couple weeks ago when the Jets lost? I don't know who it was. Remember, I told you that I was really impressed with their defense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, their defense is tough, right? So, when you have a tough defense and you're not necessarily that good of a team, it starts rattling the other team, right? Because they're like, what's going on? We should be crushing. You know what I mean? Their mindset changes. So they start second guessing. And Jets got a good defense. I mean, I'm not a big Jets fan, but their defense is good, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you shut somebody down a couple times, you still got to put up points, but it's a little frustrating to the offense. I mean, it's a little frustrating to the defense, right? Because you got to get back out on the field all the time. Why are you laughing?
You like Sam Darnold?
I'm not a Jet fan.
But it's
The
funny.
only reason I'm not a Jet fan is all my Jet buddies out there, right? The problem with Jet fans is the second the Jets start winning, they dump on the Giants.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
I never did. I didn't care if they. Yeah, I like for both New York teams to win, but when they started, when you have to defend your team so much, you start disliking the team you're defending them against.
I've seen a lot of Giant fans sympathetic toward the Jets, but I don't see many Jet fans sympathetic toward the Giants.
They're just not as good of. They're not as smart of football fans.
They're not high class fan base.
I don't know if they're high class or not because we're all blue collar from Jersey, but they're just not. They're just not as sports educated as they should be.
I was hearing the Cowboy radio this past weekend, and they say the Giants are a New Jersey team.
They are. I'm confused. What else? What else are they? What are they supposed to be?
I guess a New York City fan base, but not really.
They got a good fan base in New York too. Don't get me wrong. It's like people from Long Island, like the Mets and the Jets, right? But outside of there, the Giants and Yankees.
Yeah, that's how it trends, right? If you live in Long Island, you typically root for the Jets and Mets, right?
Yeah, and it's funny. You would think they'd be smarter because they got money in Long Island.
But who has more Super Bowls,
Excuse
the
me,
Giants or the Jets?
Is that a dumb question, or is that like a serious question, or is that what kind
That's
of
a question for people that don't know.
Okay, that's a joke. That's like who has more Super Bowls, the Giants or the Dolphins?
Well, the
So the
Giants,
obvious answer is the Giants. They got four.
4 championships. Wow.
Right.
I only
Brady's got
remember two of
six.
them, which was in 2012 and 2008.
What's that?
I only remember two of them, 2012 and 2008.
2012 and 2008. So you don't remember? You're too young for Phil Simms and Hospital.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
that was when they had the boys, bro. They had Carson. They had Lawrence Taylor. They had what's my man? He got all messed up face. Shoot, man. They had Banks, Carl Banks.
Bruce Smith.
Those guys were beasts. Let me tell you something about football. Everybody has a misunderstanding. Like, they always football guys are just big dumb players. That's bullshit. You're in the NFL. If you're a great player, Carl Banks literally had a book about this thick
Yeah.
about everybody he played with. He studied what their moves were, what the plays were, what the offensive tackle, the left tackle would do, what the nose guard would do. Every one of those linebackers. Lawrence Taylor didn't have to do that because he just came to kick your ass. That was it.
Here's another trivia. When did Bill Belichick was with the Giants?
What's that?
When was
When
Bill
Parcells-
Belichick with the
when they won
Giants?
their Super Bowl.
What years was that?
Got a Jameson and a scar. I don't know.
Like the 80s?
See, I was in college. Yeah, so like 86, 87, somewhere around there.
How old are you?
54, baby, and balling like a baller.
You're 20 years older than me.
That's why you don't know the other stuff. But you know what's funny? I know all of the Yankee history.
You do.
Down from Babe Ruth all the way up to today.
You want to talk about baseball now? Or you want to...
No, not that. Let's keep going because, this NFL season, we'll get to that.
Okay, let's go more NFL scores. I'm going to read
I
off...
want to do a quick shout out. I'm gonna challenge. I'm gonna do 3 shout outs, right? One, I want to do a shout out to Christina Planas. That is, we would like to get her as a co-host. She's
Yeah.
a big Jet fan and she knows sports. So I'm daring her to challenge and see if she can get on this cast and see if she can talk football, unless she's scared of talking about the Jets. And then I got two of my boys, Eddie Valdez here in Florida. He's a big Seahawk fan, and Steve Madrick is a big Green Bay Packer fan. So I want to get some diversity on here, and then you're a Dolphin fan, and
we're looking for...
I feel bad for that, but that's not my problem.
Hey, in 5 years, you'll be kneeling at our feet. So,
Okay, you heard that. This is recorded. This is live.
this is recorded. We'll get Tua Tagovailoa next draft,
I hope I'm alive.
and then we're gonna be a championship contender in 5 years. Probably win it. Which, by the way, guys, we're looking for a female contributor for the Sportscast. And please,
No sport.
yeah, that knows sports. Please message us, and hopefully, it will be a contributor to the Sportscast in the next couple of months. NFL scores: the Panthers defeated the Buccaneers 37-26, and this is a Panthers with no Cam.
This is what I was saying to you. Since you and I started doing, since you've invited me to be able to do podcasts on the Sportscast, I don't know if it's just I'm getting older or these guys are just getting better, but I've never seen so many players fill in and produce so great than I've seen in these 3 sports. I mean, I think it's Gardner.
Gardner Minshew.
Yankees. No, Gardner for the Yankees. He's been a long time Yankee, and he filled in because he had so many Yankees on the injured list. He had 31 home runs, and so then you got Cam, second string guy Cam. Look at the guy, what's his name from New Orleans, right? That's amazing. So God bless those guys. Bridgewater. That shows you the difference between your commitment to excellence, and you got to be prepared at any time. Don't sit back and assume Drew Brees or Cam Newton. Cam Newton. Is it Cam?
Cam Newton. Yeah.
Cam Newton. You don't assume those guys are not going to play. You got to be ready. And I don't believe quarterbacks in the past were ready, or players in the past were as ready as they are now. Maybe it's about the money. I don't know, but those kids are playing good. What are you going to
Questions.
do? By the way, what are you going to do when Cam comes back? What would you do? That's a question.
I will keep with Kyle Allen. He is on a streak.
Really?
I'll keep him. Yep. Look,
Okay, so what would you do when Breeze comes back?
I'll put back Breeze back. Yeah.
That's interesting.
It's a
See the
system
difference?
thing. It's a
I
system.
understand. It's just a question. I'm not judging it. I just wanted to ask that question.
Yeah, I mean Bridgewater is great and everything, but I think Breeze, you feel very confident about him. We got a question from the comments. Why did the Yankees get rid of Deion Sanders?
Why did they get rid of Deion Sanders? Because Yankees are about commitment. They're Deion's great. It was great to have him. It was exciting, but
He wasn't committed.
the Yankees don't have names on the back of their shirts for a reason. Okay, and I love Deion, man. That to me is one of the greatest athletes. I was a defensive back, and he's just amazing. The work I heard he put in. But the real deal is, Deion's prime time, and and Yankees. The only prime time we want is October. You understand?
Yeah.
So, wait, what's his name? The center fielder from Boston. God, when he came to the Yankees, he had that long hair and a beard. They made him cut it. You not notice every Yankee has shaved and cut. They have. There's a certain process without a name on the back of your shirt.
That I did not know. Let's go on to the next score. Redskins beat the Dolphins 17-16.
Man, I wanted the Dolphins to win that game. But that's how bad the Redskins are. That's what got, I mean, I don't even want to talk about that. Both of those teams suck. Here, this is your chance to defend the Dolphins. What's going on with the Dolphins?
Hey, we're tanking for a quarterback. We're tanking for a great pool of quarterbacks coming next year, next draft. Okay, we got 2-3 options to look at. And if Dolphins could go to number 1, choose Tua Tagovailoa, has championship experience. And it's very worth it. We've had a bunch of Band-Aids of quarterbacks this past, since Dan Marino. Let's score a big one. Let's have 1 step back and then 2 steps forward. That's how I look at it.
But you're on the team today. You're a professional athlete. You hate losing. It is the worst, particularly in football. Football's a battle. It's a war. It's an army. You're at battle. You have 57 players on their team. Right? How do you? They don't go in there to play for that pick. You can't. Football's a game you can't let up. Did you know that when they watch film, that players get they get monetarily penalized for what they call lagging. So if you don't keep running the ball down, if you don't, they charge you. So that's kind of not. Play to win and let the cards in, but don't tank it.
Hey. The players will understand.
I don't think they're tanking it. I just think they suck.
Hey, it's a thing that they'll look back. Wow, we won a Super Bowl, but we had to do it to lose all the games. This is a journey. This is a journey for the Super Bowl, and this is part of it.
That is why Dolphin fans are the worst. And I love you, but you guys are terrible, man. I don't give a crap.
We're the only undefeated team in history of the of pro football.
Yeah. What was the record?
It was 13-0.
13. How many games do the NFL players play now?
16.
Yep.
Plus playoffs is 20. I mean, 18.
Different.
If you're
totally different type. Totally different type of game. How many teams were in the league now?
I think 12.
Now I'm not taking it away from being undefeated.
Hey, Patriots could have done it. They could have done it.
They played in my Giants, baby. So at the end of the day, but think about it. They literally broke the Dolphins' record without winning the championship because they won more games undefeated.
True, they kind of did break it in a way. If you see,
but at the end of the day, they didn't win the Super Bowl.
They didn't.
Can I tell you a quick basketball story?
I love basketball. Go ahead.
All right, so Michael Jordan is an owner of the Charlotte Bobcats, right?
And the greatest player of all time.
There's no doubt. And they won. They had the record for 72 wins, and the Golden State Warriors broke the record by having 70. I think it was no, they had it by 71 wins, and I think Golden State's one or the other, one win away. and Golden State broke that record. And it said that Michael Jordan sitting next to the owner of the Golden State Warriors and just leaned over, and he's like, 72 don't mean shit, and that's it. And what he was saying is, it ain't worth nothing if you got the record and you didn't win the championship.
There you have it. There you have it.
That's the point. People say you got the Pacers 17-0, you didn't win the championship. You can't really say it.
Which they could do this year. I got a feeling they're going to go a pretty high win percentage.
They're going to lose.
We'll see.
They're going to lose. Their offense still ain't. This offense still ain't kicking.
Saints and they're 6-0. Saints are 13-6 against the Jaguars.
I picked the Saints. They got a great coach. They got a great staff.
Great system.
Did you know that Sean Payton, before they won the Super Bowl, surrendered $100,000 of his salary so he could hire his defensive coordinator and gave that money to him? Yeah. That's
awesome.
I'm not a Saints fan, but I love those kind of stories.
I'm a Saints fan. I'm just kidding. But I've been to New Orleans.
I'm just saying to you, when coaches do that kind of stuff, it's like Yankees.
He's doing it for the team, not for money.
The Yankees are savages.
Bengals lost against the Ravens 23-17.
Okay. That was expected.
Seahawks beat the Browns 32-28. That was a good, decent game.
Expected. I picked that one.
Yeah, I want to pick the...
now I want some stats. How much did Odell get?
Let me tell you. How many? I love stats. Odell had 101 yards.
Okay, how many catches?
6 receptions.
All right, good. They're getting the ball. I told you they got last with 2 for 2. 2. You got to get him the ball.
The Giants miss him, don't they?
No.
Baker Mayfield had 249. Nick Chubb 122. But who cares about stats, right?
Well, no, you care about stats, but at the end of the day, it's about winning, right? Who cares if you throw 100 yards and you score? Remember, the first 2 games, Eli threw close to 600 yards and lost both games. What good is it?
Vikings defeated the Eagles 38-20.
Vikings surprise. First of all, Vikings surprised me. They beat the Giants, right? And then they beat the Eagles, and they're putting up points. I mean, what is it? Kirk Cousins is there?
Yeah, don't remind me about him.
Why?
I let him go during my fantasy team. I thought, he wasn't performing well like the first half of the season, and I let him go.
You're
a
Dolphin fan. We'll forgive you.
Yeah, exactly.
We won't forgive you. We expect it.
Yeah, I have Dak, but Kirk could start in the next couple of weeks if it was still with me. Anyways, big game. Texas beat Chiefs 31-24. I think the Chiefs are slipping.
31. What was the score?
31-24.
Yeah, well, that was the defense. Because if you look at the way to beat both Brady, the way to beat Breeze, the way to beat this kid Mahomes is keep his ass off the field.
Yeah, and that's what they did.
Okay?
Yeah.
Keep him off the field, because if he's on the field, he is coming back. You know what I mean? You put Breeze on the field at the end, he's coming. It's almost like, you're about to score, and there's time. Take a knee on the 1-yard line.
Yeah,
Eat the clock, and then go to score. Do not give those brothers the ball with time left to win.
The comments ask, are the Texans legit?
I don't. Legit, I don't know how to answer that, but I don't think they're legit. They're just up and down.
I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl.
I don't know if that was the question, but being legit means they legitimately should be able to play good every week, and they don't seem to be playing good every week.
Like Jeff and I were talking about, they'll probably win the AFC South.
I don't really care, but if the question to the answer is they're legit, no, I don't think they're legit.
I think they are. I think Deshaun Watson is definitely a
Well, the person made
player.
the comment. What did they think? I'd like to hear them. Do you think they're legit?
Comments, Justin Riley, he's a commentator. Do you think the Texans are legit?
What's up, Justin? Huh?
He's a fan of you, by the way. He only watches your shows of all the commentators.
He's a good man. He's a good man. Yeah, so answer your question. Justin, do you think they're legit?
I think they are, but they're not going to win the Super Bowl.
They're not Justin. Hopefully he answers the question.
They're
We'll
not
see
going to
what
win the
happens.
Super Bowl.
Dude, you can't go from legit. It does.
Exactly.
You can't
They're
go from
legit.
this moment. Can't go from this moment to winning the Super Bowl. You just cannot.
No.
That's why this is the greatest time of the year, right? You got 3 sports on. You got the playoffs for the Yankees.
Get the NBA
you
on.
got. Well, hold on a second. You got the NFL that is getting at least into halfway into the season. So now you're seeing the real deal players and real deal teams come out, and then you got preseason with the NBA. So you can't ask for anything better. So, them being legit, I don't trust them. Think about it. I didn't think much of the Colts, and they've done well. And then every time I pick them, they lose.
Yeah, the Colts. I don't know about them. I don't know yet, but I hope they do well.
It's like the Texans.
Yeah, I want to write that. It's probably going to be the poll for tomorrow. Are the Houston Texans legit?
Have another one of these, please? Yes.
What's tonight's drink, by the way?
My podcasting. Say hello and promote the bar. You can come over this way. Here.
Yes.
Say hi and tell your name. Can you see it?
Hi.
What's the name of this place again? Is
Prime Cigar and Whiskey Bar.
A whiskey bar. And you asked for?
Me?
Yes.
Ashley.
Ask for
Ashley.
Ashley. She is the best. Let me tell you something.
That's awesome.
She's the best. This is phenomenal cigar bar in Brickell. I'm just telling you, y'all want to come to Miami, this is the place to be.
Yes, I'm here.
Peace.
Lots
The
of
first girl on the
Lots of
podcast.
whiskey. Hey, and a beautiful one.
Yeah, I know. Good job. Wow. Hopefully she gets hired on the sportscast.
That's for all the sport. That's for all the fans out there.
Okay. Next game. Falcons lost against the Cardinals 34-33.
Like I told you, remember? I don't know. Something's wrong there. Matty Ice, something's wrong.
Something's not right. Come
something's
on.
not right, man. I mean, remember I told you I don't doubt. I don't doubt the. I'm just. This goes back to the opposite side. That's why you keep saying who's legit and who's not legit. I wouldn't expect the Falcons to be in the position they are today. Would you? They had a good season last year.
I think when you give a big contract to a quarterback or to a player, it feels like they don't, perform the best afterwards.
Why you think Matt Ryan got a big contract?
He got a massive contract like not too long ago, and he hasn't been the same.
Yeah, well, the problem is I don't think guys like Matt Ryan, these are stand-up guys that are performers. And I'm sorry, I light my cigar, but
It's okay. Do your thing.
I don't know if it's that. I don't think it's Ryan that doesn't perform, but it can be envy of the other players.
Correct.
You understand?
Yeah.
And it could be Matt Ryan seems like a great guy. Is he doing the things he needs to do to lead his team?
He's a great locker room guy.
A lot of quarterbacks have bought their linemen Rolexes, and they got to take care of the boys that are protecting them. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if it's the coach. I don't know what's going on there.
Matt Ryan had 356 yards, so he had a good yardage, but didn't win the game. So
okay, so see what I mean? But you go back and forth. You said they get a big contract, they don't perform. He performed. He did his job.
Well, I guess it's not him.
His team.
It's something going on.
Just something is going on. He's doing his part.
If you read the roster they have,
hold on. Difference is are most of those yards coming from behind though? That's the only thing you can't just throw out yards there. You may have to throw. All of a sudden he's got 200 yards because they're already behind and they got to run. They got to throw. They can't run. So that's only the difference, right?
It might be like their defense.
No, I'm just saying the difference is that just because a quarterback has 300 yards, you don't know if he's got 300 yards because now they're so behind they got to throw.
Right.
Right? So he could have had, 100 yards in the first half and having to do 200 and something in the second half because every play was a throw. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. Tomorrow I have an early morning sportscast, 8:30 in the morning.
You know that I was invited to speak last night at 7:00 at night to be in Commercial Boulevard, which is, it's an hour away from my house at 8 in the morning. I haven't eaten all day today.
That's great.
And I wanted to shout out Estrella Insurance. If you want great insurance and at a low cost, they represent multiple companies. You want a quote, they'll give you a free quote. Estrella Insurance, they're over 160 locations. Shout out to Nick and Rick Estrella here in Miami, great company. But I was just with Nick Estrella right now, and he knew I was on this podcast, so that's why I'm doing it from here. But
Can
this
he
is kinda
sponsor the
fun.
podcast?
Well, I'll ask him, but he knew I was giving him a shout out. He can get sponsors. I'm not worried about sponsors.
Okay, next game.
Sponsors are easy. I need people to call in and talk smack. Come on, Justin. What else you got?
Matt Ryan has the best wide receiver combo in the league.
Okay. How's their defense? What did they lose? What was the score again?
To 34-33 by 1 point.
And he did his part. Yeah, the receivers did their part. They lost by a point. So where was that point made, and when was it made? Right? You got to look at Can you see quarter by quarter?
Yeah, let me see. I'll tell you what happened quarter by quarter. Arizona Falcons were up 7-3 in the first quarter. And then the Cardinals scored 17 points in the second quarter.
That's defense.
Yep. And then Atlanta came back in the third quarter with 10 points.
So what? You got to go. Give me points per quarter.
Okay.
So like who won?
7-3.
Like who won each quarter by, and what were the points?
First quarter was the Falcons. 7-3.
Okay, 7-3 Falcons won quarter one.
Cardinals second quarter 17-3 Cardinals.
Okay.
That was a big quarter.
Won it by a big margin. Next third
quarter Falcons won it by 10-7.
Okay, 3 points. Okay, Falcons won that one.
And then the fourth quarter the Falcons won it 13-7.
Okay, great. That's the difference, right? When you give up that many points, 17 points in a quarter, that's 2.5 scores in one quarter. That's a lot of points. That one quarter made the difference. If they would have just not let him score 3 points, who wins?
The Falcons.
My point.
Yeah, you're right. That was. I'm not sure if the Cardinals, coordinated like that, but they did a good job. Kyler Murray.
It wasn't Kyler Murray. It was the defense. It was the Cardinals' defense.
David Johnson had a good game. Well, not really. I'm looking at it. He had 34 yards.
And I like Kyler Murray. I want him to do well. Don't get me wrong.
He's just so small.
I like Matty Ice. It's all right. Give him some time. It's his first year.
Look Russell Wilson's doing great.
That's my man. I'm telling you, I don't count him out. He's dangerous.
Yeah, he's a championship killer.
He is.
Next game, the real deal 49ers up 20-7, beat the Rams 20-7.
20-7. I'm telling you, the Rams.
The 49ers.
That's an example of a big contract and not winning.
Yeah.
Right? Goff got a big contract and
not performing at that contract level.
You can't blame it on Goff either. It's about the offensive coordinator too, the calls they're calling. Football's a unit, man. Why you got 57 players?
There's a lot of parity.
It's 57 players. These brothers better perform.
Yeah, I know that Todd Gurley was out, so that could have been a factor as well.
I love Todd Gurley from Georgia.
Is he?
Yeah, bro. It's Georgia with Mark Rick and those guys were there.
Georgia's on my mind.
That's right.
Next score. The Broncos beat the Titans 16-0.
I think I picked the Broncos.
Yeah.
I like to see that. I like Elway. I like Flacco. He went to the University of Delaware, a smaller school. But, I think they're just waiting.
Ryan Tannehill started.
For who?
For the Titans.
Yeah, I liked him in college. I really thought he was going to do something with the Dolphins. But,
Jets.
It is what it is.
We spoke about this before, but we'll bring it up again. Jets beat the Cowboys 24-22.
I'm sorry?
The Jets defeated the Cowboys 24-22.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah,
right?
we skip it over.
And the defense, and I think, I don't know what's going on, but I'm happy, right? When Dallas loses, when anybody in NFC East loses, when my Giants got a shot, Remember, we won when we were 9-5, baby.
Is it because Sam Darnold came back and that's why they did well?
I have no idea because I had no interest in a game as long as the Eagles lost.
Man, it's funny because I couldn't watch all the games because my red zone. I don't know, something happened with my subscription, wasn't working, but hopefully we'll be back next week.
You gotta pay. You gotta pay it, man.
I gotta pay it. I think that's what happened.
We
Steelers.
need sponsors so he can pay for his.
Yeah, that's right. The Cowboys should be ashamed of themselves, says Justin Riley.
Yep.
But you don't care. I mean, you're a Giants fan.
No.
That's good for you.
No, but it is. But he's right. They should be ashamed of themselves. You know, they were touted as Super Bowl contenders. They came out firing. They did this. You know, that's the problem when you're a Cowboy. You know, and Jerry Jones, and you're braggadocious, and you know, and it's just, you know, you know.
Yeah.
It's like somebody said that, you know, they're predominantly on TV more than any other football team, and they're playing like shit.
There you have it.
So they should get the heat. When they get all the glory, they should get the heat.
Steelers defeated the Chargers 24-17.
I think I picked that too. I told you the Chargers, you know. Remember, they got rid of my boy Drew Brees for Phillip Rivers, and Phillip Rivers will go down. He's a great quarterback. He just ain't winning. And remember, Eli didn't want to play for them either.
Tevlin Hodges started in place of Mason Rudolph, who's getting over a concussion. He had a great game. He's 1-0, but obviously, you know, it's just one game. Had 132 yards. James Conner. I'm going with the stats. I got to start with the stats. Anyway, James Conner had 41 yards. Benny Snell Jr.
Now, that's my point. You want to go with stats, you can go with stats. But Justin or anybody who's out there, do you really give a shit about 41 yards?
I do.
Why? It's ridiculous. When you tell me 300 passing, 100 and something.
I'm a numbers
rushing,
guy. I'm an accountant.
Yeah, but I understand that. But, you know, if you're in the red, what good is you an accountant?
Red zone. Anyways, next game. Steelers had a good game. Good for them. I think they're not too bad.
Tomlin's a great coach.
Tomlin's one of the greatest coaches of all time.
And Pittsburgh's a great organization. Remember, they're connected to the Giant family, right? They're Mara Rooney.
By the way, Antonio Brown wants to come back.
To where?
I don't know. He wants to get back to an NFL team.
Well, there's some teams looking at him. I mean, you know, but
that'd be a good spot for him.
I don't know what would be a good spot. He's just got to chill out. You know?
Yeah, he has to. I think he's
let himself be for now. Go a little bit quiet. You know.
Yeah, like you don't want to. You don't want to just give away your career like that. Just what happened to T.O. and other players that just do something stupid and then they never come back. I think you got to, maintain that excellence. He's
also too great of a player, to let a year define him, right? Because he had some challenges before, but it wasn't brought to light as much as it has been this year. And Antonio Brown, whoever's out there listening, don't let that happen. You're too great of a player. Go play your game and show them. Show it on the field, this and that, and then you can talk all you want, but God bless them. Just get out. Whatever's happened, whoever's talking to you, whoever's around you, get around some people that can say, they say that character is judged not by how a person enters, it's how they leave.
There you have it. Victor is a motivational speaker and an author.
Yes.
That no one has ever seen before.
That's really, I appreciate that. I just had a speaking engagement. What's wrong with you?
You're a public speaker. That's tough to do.
Go to my YouTube channel. I did a speech this morning that I had found out at 6:30. I put that together in like 15 minutes.
6:30 in the morning or 6:30 at night before?
I got asked at 6:30 last night to speak at 8 a.m. this morning.
And
I
did you freestyle? Did you take notes?
I don't freestyle, bro. I know my stuff. I can either break it down into 15 minutes or to 2 days.
You know your material in and out.
Like a baby, yes.
It's
what I do.
It's instinctual.
It's about helping others. It's about solving problems, and it's about helping people grow, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it's about. And it's also about sports, right? Everything I can tell you, we're talking related to about sports.
All roads lead back to sports.
Everything.
Okay, lastly, but not last. No, it is last. Packers beat the Lions 23-22.
Let me tell you something. The Lions were looking pretty good. You know, I like Matt Stafford, another Georgia boy.
I'm a Matt Patricia fan.
Huh?
I'm a huge Coach Patricia fan.
Well, I don't really care about him. I care about Matt Stafford. But Matt Stafford's good. They looked good, but Aaron Rodgers, he's the man.
He's the GOAT.
Hey, look, that's an example that everybody should remember. They ain't gonna remember. He waited 4 years to play.
About that.
He sat for 4 years. So those guys that want to throw these kids in so fast, like RG3 and all this and that, and when you gonna learn your damn lesson? I mean, Aaron Rodgers is awesome.
Yeah.
God
Aaron
bless him.
Rodgers.
He waited his time, and he's a superstar. So imagine, he didn't play 4 of his years in the league. Look at the numbers he's putting up.
He could go deep in the NFC. I mean, if I had to name the top 2 or 3, Packers will be in my top 3 with the Saints.
Yeah.
I don't know the other team. The Eagles, they lost against Minnesota. They didn't look good, but we'll see. And then they got Seattle. The 49ers.
I told you didn't believe me about the 49ers.
Yeah, 49ers are actually doing better than the Packers, I think. Yeah.
Garoppolo is performing. Their defense is performing. I mean,
Garoppolo was going to be the Patriots' replacement for Brady.
By the way, I like the 49ers because of the Bosa boys.
Nick Bosa. He's the man.
St. Thomas.
St. Thomas. Well, there you have it. That was NFL Week 7.
All right, now we're going to get into my Yankees. They're down 2-0. What inning is it?
Let's see. I'm going to pull up MLB.
That says top of the 7th? You got to be kidding me.
That's not a good sign.
That's all right. I ain't worried about it. We're
top
like
of the 7th. Astros are up 2-0. Or I like to say 2-0.
Yeah. Well, they scored 1 in the first inning, and then they scored 1 after that. But you got a man in scoring position. There's no outs. Nah, man, these brothers got to come through, bro.
Yeah, they got to secure their home.
Low-scoring games are not good for the Yankees.
They got to secure their home field.
Well, that's not. What are they? They're gonna play 2 here, right? Oh, he's going.
No, it's gonna be.
Man, look at that! It's just
it's 2-3-2. 2 games in Houston, 3 games in New York, and then the last 2 games in Houston.
I don't like that.
I like that because of the travel. It's easier.
No, but I think it's unfair to the home field advantage.
Well,
think about it, right?
Yeah, you could say that, but I think it's
you still 1 game like they did, and now I got 3 games at home. So let's say I lose this game, I win the next 2 at home. I'm already up, and all I got to do is take 1 more, and I already beat you there, right? So I think it should go. You got home field should go 2-2-1-1-1.
Yeah, there's always an argument, but the travel, it sucks. Got to go back and forth.
Just play 100-some games as it is. Give me a break.
Got to travel to Houston, New York. That's 3 hours? No, 5 hours?
Are you crazy? You don't travel much out of Florida.
I took to Florida.
I got 2.5-hour flight, and there's an hour time difference.
The Nationals are up 3-0 against the Cardinals. Are they most likely going to go to the World Series?
Don't care.
You don't care?
No.
Okay. I care. I think the Nationals will win it tonight.
I already care about the Yankees.
The Yankees. This is their year. They have to make it. No, they don't have to, but
I care about the Savages.
You do?
Yes. They're savages. You know that story, right?
No.
The team got a hold of the recording when Aaron, the coach, I think it's Aaron Boone, went out and was yelling at the coach, at the umpire, because the way he was calling stuff. And he goes like, "My guys are savages." So when the team heard that, they went nuts. So the whole thing, look on my phone, I got Yankees and savages, right? And what happens is, and Big Boppy was like, let me tell you something. I'm gonna do what I did live the other day. Big Boppy was like, David Ortiz was like, man, when your manager has your back like that, your team will play for you until they die. I mean, you can't ask that. And Rodriguez was like, Alex Rodriguez was like, oh, you got Yankees. He goes, hey, look, a good team is a good team. Then Rodriguez picked the first game and he picked against the Yankees. I don't like Alex Rodriguez. That's why none of the Yankee fans like Alex Rodriguez. How do you go get your own team?
You tell me.
You're Alex Rodriguez. And he's still getting a check, they said, from the Yankees.
Is he?
Yeah. Well, you got that big of a contract. It's kind of hard to not pay it off, right?
Victor,
So,
anything else before we head into game predictions?
no, yeah. Let's a little bit about the NBA.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
NBA. Yeah, LeBron
NBA, okay.
speech.
So, LeBron's speech, I ain't really caring about that.
Oh,
But
good.
Zion, God bless that kid. He's playing good. What's his name? The brow. He's got his hand hurt, right? I heard they're saying that Steph Curry is in the greatest shape he's ever been.
Yeah, it's a good sign. Very good sign.
He's ever been. I mean, it's noticeable that he's in great shape. Steve Kerr kind of made a little innuendo about how great shape he is in, and that's without Clay coming back, and that's without Draymond even there.
Yeah, he knows that he has a tough task ahead of him, and I think he's willing to win. I hope he has that Jordan mentality that he's going to win no matter what.
He's got a Curry mentality. It's not. I think Jordan is just a different player.
Different league, different cloud, different level.
It's just they're just different. They're both assassins. They're just assassins in different ways.
But I don't think Curry has that grit. Doesn't have that killer instinct like Jordan
Crazy.
And Coley.
Yeah, he does. He's
not all the time. Like I didn't see it against Toronto this past season.
He had it every time, bro. They were injured. They were
hurt.
They were going 11 deep.
Yeah,
they were going 11 deep. Klay Thompson gets hurt. I mean, come on, man. I mean, you can't. Curry played every game to the fullest. There was no confusion, So God bless him, man. And then Kerr's a great coach. Kerr knows what it takes to win. So it's just a matter. And then Draymond knows what it takes too. So there's a lot of competition out there, I'm excited to see Curry. If they're saying that he's in the best shape he's ever been, and he's been great this long.
And plus, they have a new stadium.
And they got a killer stadium. I don't want to go there.
The regular season starts on October 22nd. We'll see almost all the leagues playing at the same time, NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball. And I think hockey already started as well.
Hey, the Heat look pretty good, and they're missing a few players. I'm telling you, Spoelstra's a great coach. Riley's a great president, okay? And they got this guy Burrows. That brother lit it up. Damian is out. I mean, it's still the East. The East is wide open.
East is wide open. Well, you can say Milwaukee's probably the favorite right now.
I understand, but it's wide open. You got to get in it to win it, right?
Yeah, Milwaukee hasn't proven it.
We missed it 2 seasons by one game. We were number 9.
I know.
Right?
Now we have Butler. And possibly
Butler,
Chris Paul.
Waiters is out. Man, we get Chris Paul, be great. And this kid Burrows, I didn't even know about him. He lit it up. He's a rookie.
Your mom's a rookie.
Who?
Your mom.
My mom's a rookie?
Yeah. Just a kidding. It's a mom joke.
Oh, that's a bad mom joke, but that's all right.
I know. Oh, well. Who cares?
All right, so what do we got coming up here? I need my Yankees to win, baby.
They're up, still 2-0, right?
Yeah.
Astros. That's a tough series.
Keep showing the damn hit and run.
All right. Game predictions. Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Kansas City at Denver.
Kansas City.
Oakland at Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Rams at the Falcons.
Rams.
You would think. Houston at the Colts.
Colts.
Whoa, that's a big AFC South match.
I'm going to take
You're going to take the home team.
Oh.
Jacoby Brissett. I think it's going to be Houston.
When I went against the Colts, they won. So I'm hoping that they win now.
Minnesota Vikings at the Detroit Lions in Ford Field.
I'm going to take Minnesota. They're playing really good.
Ah, man. Don't say that. Okay. Houston at Indianapolis.
Houston. How can it be? We're back at the same. How can it be? You gave me the Colts.
Oh, wait.
And the Texans.
I repeated it. Sorry. One more time. I'm just trying to double check if you. I'm kidding.
I had a couple Jamesons here. What are you doing?
Arizona at the Giants.
Arizona at the Giants. I'm going to take Giants.
Of course you would.
I know. I picked the Patriots over the Giants.
The Chargers at the Titans. That's gonna be a sucky game.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's like
I'll
a
pick
sloppy game.
I'm gonna pick the Chargers for Joey Bosa.
Okay, yeah, Joey is doing good. And what's his face? Rivers. Ravens at the Seahawks.
Ooh, that's a good game. At the Seahawks?
Yeah, that's a great match.
I'm gonna take the Seahawks.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, I don't think Baltimore can win Seattle. College football, Michigan at Penn State.
Wait a second. What was my pick? The one college game you asked me to pick? Who did I pick?
I don't remember.
LSU.
That's right. LSU won. That's right. Good pick. It was expected. I was playing for Florida, but it was expected.
Don't just say good job. Don't try to water
Great job. Great job, LSU.
Don't water the damn compliment down. Just say yes, you picked them.
Yes, you picked them. You did a great job. I'm proud of you.
You gave me one game. Yeah, exactly.
You're pretty smart in college football.
I do. There's too many games to freaking watch.
It's a lot of games, man. It's 12 hours. If you watch every game, it'll be 12 hours.
Someone's got to work. Ain't nobody paying me for this.
What was
In
that?
college, what was the game you gave me? Yes.
Oh, Michigan at Penn State.
Oh, I'm gonna go Penn State. I was always a Penn State fan.
St. Louis at Washington tonight. Major League Baseball.
I don't care.
Really? I'm going to put IDC.
Listen to me. I don't care. You understand? Because none of it matters if my Yankees are not in it. You just got to understand that.
But if you were the Yankees, who would you? Well, at this point, it'd be Washington.
I will tell you. But that's a great question. So me and my dad were talking about that. Even though we're losing right now, I am happy we're playing Houston and not Tampa Bay.
Well, oh, okay.
Tampa Bay has the Yankees number. I don't know what it is. I hate that team. They could be lousy. They could be good. I don't know, but they beat us every time, man. I am more scared when the Yankees play Tampa Bay than anybody else.
Why Tampa?
Tampa beats us. They got our number. I don't know what it is. They got our number. I don't care what kind of season they're having. They got our number.
Doesn't
Hold on. They're tagging up. Is he tagging? Yeah, he is.
Oh, it's 3-0.
Now it's 3-0.
Yeah, not gonna. It feels like Houston's gonna win this one.
Oh my God, it's 4-0.
They're gonna take back. They're gonna take back their home field advantage.
Okay, we got one. So all right.
It's okay.
We beat them the first game there. They beat it.
The Yankees got to come up and just take it to them. That's it.
Remember, it's top of the seventh, so we got the eighth and the
ninth.
Seventh, eighth, and ninth. We got 3 at bats.
There's time. There's innings. Plenty of time.
3 at bats. A few home runs. We're good.
Random question: Who is your favorite Muppet?
My favorite Muppet
Yeah.
is the Cookie Monster.
Really?
Yeah, man, that's my man.
The poll has Kermit the Frog leading 43%. Second place, The Animal. And tied for third, Oscar the Grouch and Elmo.
Oscar the Grouch is good too. But, man, how can you not like the Cookie Monster?
Cookie Monster is good. Makes me hungry.
Cookie Monster. I like cookies.
Victor,
I'm a cookie fiend.
Victor, how can people reach you to talk to you about Bruce Smith?
You can reach me. The best way to reach me is either go to my website, victorarocho.com. You can schedule, type, whatever you want there. On Twitter, it's at @varocho. That's VAROCHO. That's my Twitter handle. And then go to YouTube, see Victor Arocho, and you'll see I got several podcasts there. Besides this one, as a guest, I have the Ugly Truth about sales. I have the Sport of Sales podcast. And I told you I'm starting a Christian podcast on just on verses that make that really touch me and help me get through tough times in my life and business and personal.
That's awesome.
And just me, and I'm no angel, But I just want to go first. This is what I felt. Here's my feeling. That's it.
There is some news circling right now that Jalen Ramsey might be going to the LA Rams.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a guy from Jaguars, right?
Yeah, from the Jaguars. He's one of the best corners in the league. So there is
League's getting
speculation.
money, man. I don't know why there's so much turmoil on these players.
I don't know. And right now, like the Jaguars are doing good. You should stick with stick with your team and see where it goes. But and then just respect the ownership. The ownership did a lot of sacrifices for you, but
But you don't know. You don't know. Yeah,
what
but
goes behind the scenes? Yeah.
there's always two sides. Here's the biggest problem with sports, right? Particularly with like sports cast. Like what do you call them? The guys on the radio and stuff. Or people in general. When they want to, they want to say sport is a business, and then when they want to, they go, you should, sport is a game. You should play this way. It goes both sides. I know players that played in professional sports, both in NFL and in the major league and in the NBA, and they weren't superstars, right? But they're still played long time in the professionals. I mean, you walk into your locker, your locker's cleaned out with a ticket to go somewhere else. Imagine you do that in corporate America, you'd be sued. So it's not easy.
Victor, give a shout out to the restaurant you're at.
Oh, I am at the here. I'm at the cigar bar. It's a Monte Cristo. Honey, you want to give a shout out to your bar here for me? Come on, say hi. Look at this beautiful lady here. Besides great service and everything, you get to see this lovely lady. Come out here in Brickell. What's the name? Where we at?
We're in Brickell at Prime Cigar and Whiskey Bar.
Prime Cigar and Whiskey Bar. It's also called Monte Cristo.
It's Casa de Monte Cristo.
Casa de Monte Cristo. I get confused. I get lost every time. It's in Brickell. If you live up north where you and I live, I took the Metro Rail. It drops me off right here, right around the corner.
Yep.
So we could have a drink or a cigar and get back on the train, go back home.
Yeah.
I mean, this is pretty cool, no?
Yes.
All right. And she's fantastic. The place here. Hold on a second. You go online. They got a 3D tour, like an image. You go online. What's the website?
Prime Cigar. Is it Miami? It might be under
Prime Cigar Miami. Hold on. I'm gonna give you a quick tour of this place. All right.
What's her Instagram? Ask her what's her Instagram.
Would you like to give out your Instagram so our followers see?
Yeah, Ash. I'm new to Instagram. I don't actually. I'm very new with it.
She's lying.
Ash J_182.
Ash J_182.
Sounds good.
That Instagram. And hold on here.
Like the newest Instagram person.
She's
ever.
the newest Instagram person ever.
Sounds good.
Okay. So me too. I get confused every time I'm going there. Hold on, let me give you a tour. Can you guys see the place? Can you see it? Tell me when you can see it.
Wow. Yeah, I can see it. It looks really nice. Yeah.
It is. Look at its chairs. And now look at the bar. Look at all the TVs. And then look at the artwork in this place. Oh my God. So y'all got to listen in. Thanks again. Go ahead. How do we reach you, big boy?
You can reach us at the Sportscast 1. And you can go to our website, thesportscast.net. You can reach me at Sleon, SLEON on Twitter and on Instagram. And there you have it, thesportscast.net.
And when's your book coming out?
I have not written a book. When is your book coming out?
It'll be we're in October. What's today? October, November. By the end of this year, the book will be out.
Ashley, sign us off.
All right, peace, brother.
Have a good one. Bye.